Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sanity, and this is my review of XCOM 2. Now, apparently a lot of people like timers. I am not necessarily one of them. They added timers to the game, a lot of timers, compared to Enemy Within, which had like a timer here and there, like a bomb thing, and so on. They want to push people forward instead of turtling up, which is fine, because I personally wasn't really one to like turtle up. And apparently a lot of people were, and a lot of people were upset that they added these timers to the game. The one thing I did not like was them to add a timer and then have it to where your entire team can get wiped out because of the fact that you have to extract all the units. They should have had it to where there was a plan B in place. So if your team doesn't make it out when the timer is done, it goes into like a random ability to where, not ability, but a random event that would allow you to watch to see whether or not your team makes it out. So like they could leave the scene and it'll basically give you statistics on if they made it out of the city or if they didn't, or something to that extent. That way it shows that they like basically dumped all their gear and they had intelligence or other resistance to help them out in the area, and they were able to get out because of that. But they didn't have anything like that. So you lose your entire group. I heard that there was a chance that you could rescue them later, but I never ran into that personally. But let's go ahead and take a look at the character pool, or character creation, which I found really great for this game. You can create a character and put it into your character pool, and anytime during the gameplay, it'll allow you to bring up that character. You also import characters from other players or other people on your friends list. So let's go ahead and make a character really fast. We're gonna take a look at let's make it a game hunter or big game. So we'll call him Big Game, right? We'll have that nickname, and he's gonna be a sniper, of course. So you could do different things like the biography and nationality and where they're from and all other stuff. You could adjust the hats. I have a series of hats. Yeah, well, there we go, right there. The boonie hat. That's a good one. We'll take a look at the other real fast. All right. Of course, we gotta show off the arms because we're used to doing safaris. And I skipped ahead a little bit because of the fact that, well, the video ended up being like 10 minutes just in character creation alone. There's a lot of stuff. So we're gonna look at the tattoos now. But you can adjust the face, the eye patch, or as far as anything like glasses, your mouth area, as far as covering up your mouth with a scarf or whatever you want to call it, cigar, cigarette, things like that. Adjust the stance, the camo for the armor, what the armor kind of looks like, at least at this level or tech level. We're adjusting more of the arm here. Yeah, that looks good right there. Maybe lean towards that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. And of course, you get scars on the face, which is okay. Look at it from the light. Darn hat in the way. All right. I think they did an excellent job with character creation. Very in depth. They could have added more to it, of course, but with what they have, it's a big step up from Enemy Within. I do miss the old helmets. They need more helmet options because they don't really have that great of helmets as far as the tech level goes up. Here I made myself right here. It's kind of a cross between like the professional and the, I don't know, a hairstyle I had recently. There's Ray. We just made her like both myself and her generic, so that way we're random when we come in. Which you can have it to where there's a specific class or not as they enter. You also make a character in-game and then export it out into the character pool as well. And I accidentally got carried away with clicking and made some characters that I didn't want. So, yeah. Alright, let's take a look at the concealment system. In concealment, it allows you to sneak up on the targets and set up ambushes. And here is what one of the shining gems of the game is: going from concealment, Overwatch, activating your reveal, and then all your characters basically lighting up their target. Now we'll take a look at the animation and just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Okay, there we go. And they react any second now. There we go. Okay, there we go. And just how fluid it is, because it goes from one character to the next character to the next character. This is actually the most fluid animation in the game. There are some areas where it's like it shouldn't have problems, but it does, and it... Wait, what? But it's just sad that later on in the Overwatch you miss majority of your shots. Also, how do I say this? The game has a lot of bugs. It's chock full of them. So when you're concealed, sometimes you run to areas where there was no eyeball to begin with there. And now there is. Even though you can see the characters there, you like run up to a window and you can see the characters in there. You saw their eyeballs as far as like where they should have been, or the eyes on the ground there. But it ends up to where you're literally spotted instantly, and so it kind of gives you away your position and completely catches you off guard. And that's rather unfortunate because of the fact that there was no eyeballs there to begin with. But concealment is a good system. I like it otherwise. To get rid of the terror sites they used to have an enemy within, they actually now have retaliations. And the retaliations are on the resistance cells or small encampments that are outside of town or cities. And the aliens come in with their advent troopers and they kill the resistance. You have to go there and try to save as many as possible. If you cannot save 6, the cell is destroyed and you lose the territory. Also, if a mission is lost in a territory that you already have... Now here's a weird part. If you have a connection to a territory as you unlock the map, you have to fly there, and it ends up to where you spend time to connect with the resistance, and even if the resistance isn't wiped out, but you just lose a mission, for some reason the resistance goes, well, you suck, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And now you lose that territory and you have to reconnect all over again, which makes no sense whatsoever. And don't forget one thing. It costs intel to connect to this territory. So, if you lose a territory, you're set back not only by time, but by intel as well. Intel is one of your currencies in the game. You have intel and then you have supplies, which is basically money. And you can use your intel to connect to areas or to buy from the black market, which is kind of weird because you trade intel and not supplies with the black market dealers. Your main map is basically straightforward and simple. You can connect to different areas. Different things pop up for you to go to, spend time at, and gain resources, people. And of course, you always go back to your main base and use that to gather intel as well. You also customize your weapons in the game, and the loot system is kind of sparse. I guess that'd be the term for it. Loot is not often, well, maybe the way I play, because I blow up a lot of things, but that's just me. Overall, I really liked the game. It was a lot of fun to play, but it didn't feel like, oh, a brand new XCOM, yay! It wasn't like that. It was more like, hey, a new XCOM, play it. Okay, yeah, I like it. I'm enjoying it. But I wasn't thrilled, or it didn't feel that over-the-top feeling that I should have felt with the game. The bugs just kind of killed it for me. And the fact that, I don't know, it seems like they're doing a Neverwinter Nights where they're relying on the community more so to fill the blanks than the developers. And I missed the mechs. The mechs were nice too. Overall, I would give this game probably, in the current state, a 6 out of 10. Once the game is optimized, a few patches in, most likely it'll be about a 7 or 8, but they're going to have to give us, they're going to have to give the consumer free content in order to make us feel better about this game, because they released it in a pretty bad state. My name is Wasting Sanity. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and as always, I want to thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it.